A very dangerous weather pattern is developing right now, and this is going to bring extreme cold, multiple rounds of snow, and catastrophic flooding over the next several days. A fierce and long-lasting surge of Arctic air will sweep across dozens of states, delivering temperatures we rarely ever experience in the United States. Wind chills may plummet to negative 50 degrees below zero, with actual air temperatures dropping to negative 30 degrees in parts of the Midwest. Even though the Arctic blast is stealing the spotlight, snow is not stepping aside. Multiple waves of fast-moving systems are lining up, ready to drop fresh rounds of moderate to heavy snowfall across the northern plains, Midwest, and Ohio Valley. These classic Alberta clippers come in quick and hit hard, which is perfect for creating hazardous travel right in the middle of this brutal cold spell. Winter weather is not the only major threat ahead, as catastrophic flooding is becoming a real concern across the Pacific Northwest. So, in today's forecast, we are going to break down exactly what you need to know about this extreme weather pattern, the timing of the snow, how cold it is going to get, and what regions will be impacted the most. Now, the big story all week long is this major Arctic blast that is about to send dangerous cold to a large portion of the Midwest and the northern plains. And it all begins tomorrow, as we are forecasting a widespread area across the northern plains and the Midwest, who will have temperatures as low as 30 degrees below average. Look at this. Friday morning, we have sub-zero temperatures spreading across Minnesota and Wisconsin. Minneapolis will wake up to around negative 5 degrees. Duluth near negative 10. Green Bay around 0 degrees. Milwaukee near 5 degrees. Chicago will be around 15 degrees Friday morning. Our freezing line makes it all the way down to Oklahoma by tomorrow morning. But Sunday morning is going to be a whole lot worse. Check out Sunday morning. Almost everywhere in the Midwest will have temperatures anywhere from 30 to 50 degrees below average. This is life-threatening, dangerous cold that we are talking about Sunday morning, especially for those that are outside without multiple layers on. Minneapolis will drop to negative 14 degrees. Fargo, negative 25 degrees. Grand Forks near negative 25 as well. I would not be surprised if we had a couple locations get to around negative 30 degrees. Chicago is only going to be 4 degrees Sunday morning. Indianapolis near 5 degrees. Des Moines around negative 10. Sioux Falls, negative 15 degrees. Fort Wayne around 7 degrees. Even across the Northeast, pretty cold for Sunday with single-digit temperatures likely. By Monday morning, that cold air is going to continue to sink further down to the south. It will push towards Florida, where we could see some freezing temperatures in far northern Florida. Indianapolis only 5 degrees for Monday morning with sub-zero temperatures possible. Columbus around 8 degrees. Detroit near 10 degrees. We will have the potential for some record-breaking low maximum temperatures as we go into Monday afternoon across the Great Lakes and also the Ohio Valley. We are at least forecasting around 40 to 50 different record-breaking cold temperatures to happen here over the next few days. Now, if you are wondering how cold it is going to feel outside, this includes the wind. And this is where things get extremely dangerous. Sunday morning, we are talking about wind chills all across the Midwest around 30 to 50 degrees below zero. Let me break this down city by city so you understand just how dangerous this is going to be. Minneapolis wind chills Sunday morning near negative 40 degrees. Fargo could see wind chills as low as negative 50 degrees. Grand Forks, negative 45 to negative 50 degree wind chills. Chicago, wind chills around negative 15 degrees. Des Moines, negative 30 degree wind chills. Sioux Falls, negative 35 degrees. Green Bay, negative 25 degree wind chills. Milwaukee near negative 20 degrees. This is the kind of cold where frostbite is possible in under 10 minutes of exposure. If you have any exposed skin, Sunday morning frostbite can set in very quickly. Please make sure on Sunday you are bundling up. Multiple layers are absolutely essential. Make sure all exposed skin is covered. Check on elderly neighbors. Keep pets inside. Make sure your heating system is working properly. This is dangerous cold and it needs to be taken seriously. But don't be scared. Be prepared. We have seen this coming for a while now, and you have got time to get everything arranged. Now, before we get to the snow, let me talk about what happens after this Arctic blast, because this right here is the story of our meteorological winter so far. We have had this persistent troughing in the east and ridging in the west. This has led to a very cold winter for millions of people in the east, especially up there around the Great Lakes. Well, I think that this pattern is finally about to break down. Look at this. By around Wednesday of next week, conditions are going to begin to improve across much of the United States with above-average temperatures spreading out. That warmth along the West Coast over the last few days is actually going to make its way over the Rockies by around Wednesday and Thursday of next week, which could actually bring some record-breaking high temperatures into the Great Plains, believe it or not. Areas in central Nebraska could actually be approaching 80 degrees for the first time in weeks. Get ready for the great thaw. This is going to be a massive temperature swing. Some of the places that are going to be 40 degrees below average this weekend could be 30 to 40 degrees above average by next week. That is going to feel like quite the weather roller coaster, son. And then once we get closer to the Christmas week, I know a lot of you are asking about this time frame. Again, we are very far out, but we at least can get you an idea of what the temperatures may be like right around this time frame. I do think we are going to be seeing above average temperatures all along the southern tier of the country right around Christmas time. Below average temperatures are more likely than not if you are back up in the northern United States, which means that we could actually have a battle zone right around Christmas where snow, rain, severe weather could all be on the table right around then. We will have to wait and see what happens. Now, let's talk more about the snow that is coming over the next 48 hours. This will likely be our next decent shot of snow for the next 7 days. Picture here is Friday afternoon. We actually will have some snow falling across Michigan. This will accumulate to about 1 to 3 inches for most areas. A lot of this is just lake effect snow. As we go into early Saturday morning, a new piece of energy is going to be coming over the Rockies. And by around Saturday morning at 8 a.m., we will have some light to moderate snow near Des Moines, all the way back into South Dakota. Generally speaking, for those areas, we are not expecting any significant accumulations. But as we go late into Saturday morning, around 11 a.m. to noon, that is when this band of snow is going to become a little bit more organized, and it is also going to get a bit more intense, which means our snow will get a bit heavier. By around lunchtime, back over near Springfield, Illinois, also near Indianapolis, snowfall rates around 2 inches per hour are going to be on the table. Notice how that band intensifies. This is going to create some hazardous travel conditions very quickly. By around 3 p.m. on Saturday afternoon, that snow is going to spread all across the Ohio Valley from northeastern Missouri back into western Pennsylvania near Pittsburgh. All of Ohio will be seeing snow right around 3 p.m. on Saturday. Columbus, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, all seeing moderate to heavy snow at this time. Then by around 7 p.m. Saturday evening, most of that snow is moving out of Indiana and Kentucky, but the snow is going to continue all across parts of the Northeast, including New York City and as well as Maryland. What is interesting is that we can actually have some pretty heavy snow Saturday evening across New York City and even back into northern Maryland and even northern Delaware. This is not something we have seen much of the last few winters, by the way. It is actually kind of surprising, but the last few winters we have seen very few snowflakes over here. We are going to have a good shot of snow here as we go into late Saturday and early Sunday. A lot of it will be falling during the overnight hours, but nonetheless, snow is on the way. Now, in terms of total snowfall accumulation, we are actually going to get a decent amount of snow from this system. And I want to remind you, this is going on top of what we just saw yesterday. Des Moines will probably see right around 2 to 3 inches of snow. Indianapolis, I think, closer to 3 to 4 inches is likely. But here is the thing. There will be plenty of spots in southern and even central Ohio, northern Kentucky, and southern Indiana that will pick up around 5 to 7 inches of snow. I do think this is almost a little bit of an underestimate. I honestly think we will have some areas closer to 8 to 10 inches of snow when this is all said and done. It is going to be very localized, but if you are in southern central Indiana, that is where I think the jackpot is going to be. Columbus could see 4 to 6 inches, Cincinnati around 3 to 5 inches, Pittsburgh 3 to 4 inches. Across areas like western Michigan, we will be continuing to see some lake effect snow over the next couple of days with totals of 3 to 6 inches possible. Appalachian Mountains likely going to see around 5 to 7 inches. And then back over in the Northeast, this is an interesting area to say the least, because if we do end up seeing that heavy snow, I do think a widespread 2 to 5 inches of snow is going to be on the table. That would be all across southern New England, including New York City, where we could see around 4 inches of snow from this upcoming event. Philadelphia, 2 to 4 inches. Just north of Maryland as well, back over in Pennsylvania, 3 to 5 inches of snow would be on the table. Again, decent amount of snow is on the way, especially for those in the New York City area that has hardly seen snow these last few winters. Now, let me break this down by region so you know exactly what to expect. If you are in the Northern Plains, like North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota, this is going to be extremely dangerous cold. Saturday and Sunday morning temperatures, -10 to -30 degrees. Wind chills -40 to -50 degrees. This is life-threatening cold. Travel. Saturday night through Monday morning is not recommended. Make sure you have emergency supplies if you must travel. Check your heating system. Have backup heat sources ready. This is as dangerous as it gets temperature-wise. If you're in the upper Midwest like Wisconsin, Michigan, and Iowa, you have snow Friday and Saturday with totals of 2 to 6 inches likely. Lake effect will add to this downwind of the Great Lakes. Then the dangerous cold arrives Sunday morning. Milwaukee, around 0 degrees with wind chills near -20. Green Bay, -5 degrees with wind chills around -25. Des Moines, -10 with wind chills near -30. Travel conditions will be hazardous Saturday with the snow, then extremely dangerous Sunday and Monday with the cold. If you are in the Ohio Valley like Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky, you have the main snow event Saturday. 3 to 8 inches likely with some spots up to 10 inches in southern Indiana. Snowfall rates of 2 inches per hour during peak intensity Saturday afternoon. Then the cold arrives Sunday. Indianapolis 5 degrees with wind chills near -10. Columbus around 8 degrees. Cincinnati near 10 degrees. If you have travel plans Saturday, especially afternoon and evening hours, consider postponing. The combination of heavy snow followed by dangerous cold is going to create very hazardous conditions. If you are in the Northeast like Pennsylvania, New York, and New England, you have snow. Saturday evening into early Sunday, 2 to 5 inches for most areas with locally higher amounts possible, especially interior sections. New York City around 4 inches. Philadelphia 2 to 4 inches. Albany could see 4 to 6 inches. The cold arrives Sunday, but it is not as extreme as the Midwest. New York City will be in the low 20s. Boston around 20 degrees. Still cold, but not life-threatening like areas further west. If you are in the southeast like Tennessee, Georgia, and the Carolinas, the Arctic air reaches you Monday and Tuesday. Freezing temperatures are possible as far south as northern Florida Monday morning. Widespread freezing temperatures across Tennessee, Kentucky, and into the Carolinas. Atlanta could see temperatures near freezing Monday morning. This is a quick shot of cold. By Wednesday, temperatures will be rebounding. Now, beyond this weekend, we are going to see a very bad weather pattern develop across the Pacific Northwest, which is going to lead to a load of rain and snow all week long. We are talking about historic amounts of rainfall in areas like Washington and Oregon, which have already been hammered over the last 7 days from extreme rain that has led to major river flooding. Most of next week, a powerful atmospheric river event is expected to slam into the Pacific Northwest, potentially unloading over a foot of rain in some areas. This region has already been hit hard by catastrophic flooding in recent days, and unfortunately, the upcoming surge of moisture could push conditions from bad to worse. In terms of total rainfall accumulation across the Pacific Northwest, we are expecting a widespread 3 to 7 inches of rain all across Washington and Oregon, with some areas picking up as much as a foot of rain. This is very dangerous because we have already been at major flood levels in a lot of rivers, and that will likely continue for parts of next week. If you live in that area, I am telling you right now, this is going to be a significant flood event. Please stay aware of river levels in your area. Have an evacuation plan ready. Do not drive through flooded roadways. However, if you are east of the Rockies, there is good news. There is really not a whole lot of weather coming up here over the next 7 to 10 days when it comes to big severe weather events or any big winter storms. That will probably change once we get closer to Christmas, but at least for right now, things are going to be a little bit quieter to begin next week after we get through this Arctic blast and snow event. So to summarize, this weekend brings multiple threats. Snow Saturday for the Ohio Valley. Midwest and Northeast with 3 to 8 inches likely, and localized amounts up to 10 inches in southern Indiana. Then extremely dangerous cold arrives Sunday and Monday. Minneapolis, negative 14 degrees with wind chills near negative 40. Fargo could hit negative 30 degrees with wind chills approaching negative 50. This is life-threatening cold. Frostbite is possible in under 10 minutes. Multiple layers are essential. Then, by mid-next week, temperatures rebound dramatically, with some areas going from 40 degrees below average to 30 degrees above average. Meanwhile, the Pacific Northwest faces catastrophic flooding, with another foot of rain possible next week. If you have travel plans this weekend, especially Saturday afternoon through Monday morning, please reconsider. The combination of heavy snow followed by life-threatening cold is extremely dangerous. Make sure you're prepared. Check your heating system. Have emergency supplies ready. Check on elderly neighbors. Keep pets inside. If you are excited about the great thaw coming next week, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.